Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, I would like to talk about segment routing and MPLS. Let we talk about segment routing and MPLS. Before we start to the topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Narendra Dilan Nugraha. You can call me Dilan. I come from Yogyakarta and I am a student at IDN Polytechnic in Jonggol. Islamic Development Network Polytechnic in Jonggol. I am majored in network engineer. Okay, let we introduce about the lesson. Before we learn about the segment routing and multi-protocol label switching, have you ever heard about that, about segment routing or multi-protocol label switching? If we don't ever hear about multi-protocol label switching or segment routing, let we know about the prepare to know what the meaning of MPLS and segment routing. We should know about basic knowledge that lesson. Sorry, this is the wrong type. Okay, if we meet about networking, there are three networking methods available to manage computer network. First, routing at third layer and OC layer. The protocols are RIP and OSPF and BGP. The second method is bridging. The protocols are STP, RSTP, and MESH. The third method is switching. The protocols are MPLS and ATM and frame relay. Okay, let we talk about switching. Switching is a network communication method that groups all transmitted data, no matter of content, type, or structure, into suitably sized blocks. Each block is then transmitted over the network independently of each other. Network is capable of allocating transmission resources as needed. In this way, optimizing utilization of link capacity and robustness of communication. Switching is a network communication method that groups all transmitted data. We don't think about content type or structure, no matter we have, and yeah, each block is then transmitted over the network independently of each other. Network is capable of allocating transmission resources as needed. We need as we need. Okay, let's continue to the routing. Routing is the system. Routing is the system. The principles of routing can apply to any type of network. Before before this Before this slide, we meet about switching. Switching cannot apply to any type of network, and routing can apply to any type of network, from telephone networks to public transportation. So, the routing can apply to any type of network. The router used for the routing process will choose a path or a specific path for your IP for your IP data packet so that it can reach the destination. Router system divides into two type protocol. Okay, net the routing have a network routing protocol, and network routing protocol divides to two type protocol. The first protocol is static routing and the second protocol is dynamic routing. The first protocol is static routing. We manage static routing manually. We write manual, we write ourselves, we write by self, and yeah, And the second protocol is dynamic routing. Dynamic routing if I have two type. The first type IGP and the second EGP. The first type EGP divides two types: distance vector and link state. Distance vector device have a protocol. The, the first protocol RIP and the second EGRP and AGRP. And link state have two protocol. The first protocol OSPF and the second protocol ISIS. And let we start about segment routing. If we need to send about data packet, we meet about segment routing. In routing, we we in routing we we choose about the router. Let we introduce about the fundamentals of segment routing. Segment routing is a mechanism that a source node can use to put a packet on SR path that will bring it from its ingress to its egress, from start to exit. And segment routing is a method of forwarding packets on the network based on the source routing paradigm. The forward path is determined before the packet is even seen. The forward path is determined before the packet is even sent. Before the packet is sent, the forward path is determined before, and the path is encoded in the packet at the source as a list of segments bearing forwarding instruction. And at each hop, the top segment, which references the router information base RIB, is used to identify the next hop. What the next hop? In this, we identify the next hop. Segments are stacked in order at the top of the packet header. And when the top segment contains the identity of another node, the receiving node uses ECMP to move the packet to the next hop. When the identity is that of the receiving node, the node hops the top segment and performs the task required by the next segment. Yeah, before let's we see the picture from this from ingress from start. The data continue until egress, until exit. Segment routing is a method of forwarding packets on the network based on the source routing paradigm. Okay, segment routing leverages other interior gateway protocols such as ESES, ISIS, OSPF, and MPLS for efficient and flexible forwarding. If we need flexible and efficient, we can use the MPLS and OSPF and ISIS. Segment routing is a faster and a more efficient way of forwarding traffic in the MPLS core network. To understand the working of segment routing, let's understand how MPLS traffic engineering works. How to know MPLS traffic engineering works? Okay, MPLS stands for multi-protocol label switching. MPLS is packet forwarding method based on labels attached to the packet and a label forwarding table with minimal lookup overhead. Okay, MPLS is a packet forwarding method. To if we need to send a packet forwarding, we have method is called MPLS based on labels attached to the packet and a label forwarding table with minimal lookup average. With MPLS, the packet forwarding decision is no longer based on IP header and routing table. So without the IP, sorry, with MPLS, the packet forwarding decision is no longer based on IP header and routing table. Efficiency of forwarding process is the main benefit of MPLS. We have more benefit of MPLS without encapsulation on third layer. Let we see about MPLS header. If we need send packet forwarding, sorry, if we need send data packet with MPLS, the packet forwarding decision is no longer so the short time based on IP header just with IP header and routing table. Okay, MPLS is called with layer MPLS is called with layer 2 to 5 because it is placed between oscillator second layer and third layer. This is the second layer of oscillator data link, and this is the third layer of oscillator is called IP packet. And two between the layer there is MPLS header. MPLS have many protocol, many many several of bit, and header can consist of one or several 32 bit SIMs label 20 bits and EXP 3 bits, class of service for QoS, and and of stock flag 1 bit. This is the less, and CCL 8 bits. Okay, MPLS LDP. In the implementation of MPLS, there will be a protocol called LDP, which serves to provide labels when a computer is turned on. And if we need to use MPLS, we need to have a label, and the protocol the available protocol to running a, tagging label is MPLS LDP. MPLS labels are assigned and distributed by Label Distribution Protocol (LDP). We have a requirement. The requirement are we have many things to have. Firstly, IP connectivity. We have connectivity each other. IP connectivity. Properly configured IP routing, static, OSPF, RIP between all hosts. Loopback, and the second loopback, IP address that is not attached to any real network interface. And the third, homogeneous MPLS cloud. All devices inside the MPLS cloud must have MPLS support. Okay, let's we see about how to run MPLS basic. Okay, uh, MPLS basic have two type. First type is LER, label edge router, and the second type is LABRL, switch, label switch router, and LSR, label switch router. Sorry, this is the wrong type. LER, label edge router, labels that are at the end and function to add labels and reduce labels. And LSR, label switch router, is a forwarding package. The function is a forwarding package based on the label in the MPLS. Okay, let's we see the picture. This is the IP packet. We need to send a data packet to we need to send a data packet with MPLS. Okay, IP packet continue to this LER. Okay, the end to packet are classified and labeled in English LER, and then continue to LSR. LSR forwards packet using label swapping. Okay, continue again until egress, and this position is label is removed at egress LER. Uh, if we need to know about the benefit, there are many benefits of using MPLS. The first, increase scalability of the network, and the second, increase forwarding performance of the network, and the third, increase among the possible VPN solution that an ISP can offer to clients, and fourth, traffic engineering, and fifth, quality of service. BGP scalability with MPLS. If we see the picture, there are if we see the picture, this is traditional. Traditionally, we have to run BGP on all core routers. Okay, we start from here and here, and this is too many router, and until egress. With MPLS, we only need to run BGP on network edges. So from E until E, without the here. It is easy to migrate from routed backbone to MPLS enabled backbone. Okay, that's all. That's all. I think enough from this occasion. I would like to apologize. My language is bad and my explanation is, yeah, so, but I wanna to try more diligent. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.